Hey everybody, it's December, but it's still warm enough to sit out on the porch and talk movies with you. So today we're going to talk about the death of Superman Lives. What happened? If you remember back to the late 90s, there was a time period where there were rumors circulating that a new Superman movie was going to get made. It seemed like every week we were getting new information about it, and the more news we got, the stranger the movie got. Kevin Smith from Clerks was going to be the screenwriter, Tim Burton was going to direct, Nicolas Cage was going to play Superman, and things just kept changing and getting weirder and weirder until eventually the movie got shelved and it never got made. This is back, like I said, in the late 90s, before the internet really hit its stride and became the source of all-knowing pop culture information right at our fingertips. So everything since then has been a lot of speculation and conjecture. There are a few Kevin Smith scripts floating around online. There's a lot of pre-production photos out there of the Superman costume. It's really weird looking. So no one really knows what happened in this movie, what it was all about, until now. Filmmaker George Schnepp has created this documentary called The Death of Superman Lives. What happened? In this movie, he goes and he interviews the people involved. Kevin Smith, Tim Burton, the producers, people involved in the technical aspects, costume design, special effects, gets all these different viewpoints, different opinions of what was going on when the movie was made and why it eventually didn't. It plays out almost like a murder mystery, where you have the body of this movie laid on the floor at the beginning, and Schnepp plays the investigator, interviewing all the principals involved, trying to get the answers of what exactly happened and why the movie eventually died. And just like any good whodunit, the more the story unfolds, it's not just about finding out who the killer was, but also all the weird information, all these strange things you find out about not only the victim, but all the people who are involved in the story as well. And I like the angle Schnepp takes on the movie, because this movie has gotten a lot of crap in the past 15-20 years. Even though it never got made, a lot of bad press. The scripts, the pictures, everything, just people think this was going to be a terrible movie, and the consensus is a great thing that this movie didn't get made. And it would have been really easy for Schnepp to pile on and be like, yeah, look what a piece of crap this was going to be. But instead, he takes a very sympathetic view of the movie and the people involved, and tries to present you with a full picture, a full story of what was going on and what the idea was behind it. Now, personally, after watching this movie, I still think Superman Lives would have been terrible, but at least now I have a great understanding of what they're going for. And let's face it, no one's put out a great Superman movie since. I mean, Superman Returns, not very good. Man of Steel, And from what I've seen, I don't have high hopes for Batman vs. Superman. So I don't think that anyone's done anything that would have topped this movie or been so much greater than what this movie would have been. The movie's also very fascinating, even if you're not interested in Superman Lives or in superhero movies in general, but just from the aspect of filmmaking and what goes on during the production of a movie. Different personalities involved in the politics, the infighting, the decision making. Watching this movie and seeing how people clash and different personalities and things like that, you're left wondering, you know, not necessarily how did this movie not get made, but how do any movies get made if people treat each other and act like this when during the production and during the all the decision-making processes. So I definitely think it's interesting from several different viewpoints. Like I said, if you're just a fan of the Superman movie and wondering what happened there, or if you just want some insight on how movies get made. It's a great movie, very interesting. The Death of Superman Lives. What happened? Definitely think you should check it out. I give it 3 stars.